Started. Again, my name's Clay Fishman. I'll be your host. I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us this evening. We've got a lot of special guest speakers online you'll be hearing from throughout the webinar. And tonight we're going to be talking about the MatchRate Plus referral program, and more specifically our cashback merchant account program that we offer businesses. We'll be going through this webinar right from the website. So if you want to access information that we covered on tonight's webinar, you can do so by simply going back to the MatchRate Plus website after this training webinar. And with that said, I just want to talk quickly about the products that we have, or what we call our cashback merchant account program. It's specifically for businesses that process credit card payments. I'm sure everybody online tonight on the training webinar has used their credit card to make a purchase at a business in your local community, or you frequent businesses regularly where you pay with a credit card. Well, when you do so, you're going through what's called a merchant account at that business, and that's what we focus on, is helping those businesses that accept electronic payments or credit card payments. We help them both save money plus get cash back. It's a great service for businesses. You'll see all the benefits. We'll talk about those this evening, and we'll also specifically talk about our referral program and the compensation plan available for you. I know all of us online as referral agents, you're looking for a way to generate extra income. I think you'll see that this is a very simple referral program. You don't need credit card processing experience. You don't have to be an expert. In fact, the nice benefit of the referral agent program you'll see is that all you will do is refer businesses to our trained and experienced account analyst team, and we'll do everything else for you. I'd like to start the webinar off by letting you hear from a customer we have online tonight. I thought it would be helpful if you could hear from someone using the Cashback Merchant Account program for their business. In fact, one of our customers is the Alamo City Chamber of Commerce out of San Antonio, Texas, and we're fortunate enough to have the president and CEO of that organization online with us tonight, Mr. Christopher Herring. Christopher, are you with us? Chris Herring, are you with us?
I'm
yes,
with
Chris,
you. Yes,
are you
I
with
am. How are you
Excellent,
tonight?
thank you. I'm good. Thanks for being with us tonight. Maybe, Chris, a little bit about why the Chamber of Commerce, Alamo City specifically, chose to switch their merchant account service over to the Cashback Merchant Account program, and maybe a little bit about the experience you've had when you, from start to finish, to getting the savings and cashback analysis. I know you're one of those businesses taking advantage of our free EMB terminal program as well, but maybe for our referral agents online tonight, if you could give them a perspective from an actual customer, and maybe as to why and what the process was for you when you switched over to the Cashback Merchant Account program.
Yeah, I'd be more than glad to. In fact, Clay, we've spoken offline, and as a chamber president, we get asked oftentimes from our businesses to endorse their product or service. And as a chamber president, it's one of those things that makes us uncomfortable for the most part. Typically when we're asked about, giving an endorsement to a product or service, we all hesitate. But I had heard about MatchRate Plus and the new business model that you established a couple of years ago. And at that time, I had just basically checked the information in my toolbox because, still to date, I have not heard of a cashback rebate model. And as a business owner, I'm also a business owner, I've had experiences with merchant services that just left a bad taste in my mouth. So when you hear about the offer that MatchRate Plus provides, it sounds like it's almost too good to be true until you actually experience it for yourself. And so I became the chamber president. I inherited basically a contract that was with another merchant service provider, and I call it Contract Management 101. Oftentimes, business owners, even chamber presidents, will sign contracts and will not necessarily read the fine print. In our merchant account contract, we had basically a 3-year contract, and we had a very high or a hefty cancellation fee of about $600. And what I learned was if I didn't take the exact steps that were in that contract at the end of our term in October, that we would be automatically re-enrolled into another contract with the same hefty cancellation fee. And I just thought that was unfair. I thought that was something that we could definitely improve upon. I saw our rates were basically sky high. I think sometimes in the nonprofit world our rates are jacked up higher because people just don't see us as being businesses that know better. But when I looked at the rates, they were high. Looked at the fees, they were high. Looked at the contract, it was a long contract. And then I looked at my equipment, and it was some dated terminal. I knew we could do better. So I had called MatchRate Plus, and then I talked to Patrick Wimmer at NAB about how do I manage this contract and get into a better service, because I had heard that you had the new EMV terminals, and you know, just simply put, after listening to everything that happened to the people who shopped at Target, there's a higher awareness than ever before about what are you doing with my credit card once I give it to you. As a chamber president, we process credit cards for all of our events, whether they're breakfast, lunch mixers, they're galas. We use it for sponsorship, you know, that we get from our various supporters, and even processing on a routine, our memberships. And so credit card processing is essential to our chamber. Well, now I have the fortune of being able to have a new EMV machine. And when it came to our chamber, it was really, it was much nicer than the old equipment that I had, probably paid for a number of times over from our last merchant service provider. And not only was the machine really nice, but it processed our credit card payments much faster. My staff came to me and said, wow, this machine is fast. So those are things in which you didn't even tell me about how quick the machines actually process. And so we have this opportunity now because, you know, I also believe in this cash back thing. You provide us an opportunity to get cash back on our own merchants processing. And that's great because we're all trying to see how we can make our operation funds go a lot farther. Well, we signed up to be a referral agent, and we did so because, you know, we're in the business of also providing business-to-business recommendations. We only have MatchRate Plus within our chamber membership under merchant services, and we won't allow any other company to be in that membership because we know that we don't want to compete in inferior service with what we have with MatchRate Plus. So in essence, we are also now in the position of being referral agents. I was happy that earlier last year, you extended an invitation for our chamber to come out to Detroit to see the NAB headquarters, and I was blown away. Came back and told my board about our trip, about the impressive tour that we received, meeting all the executives, and looking at the future of merchant services. Our board was excited for this relationship, and I tell you, from a customer's perspective, we can't be happier. I mean, we have lower rates with MatchRate Plus, we're getting the cashback rebate, and we also have a month-to-month contract with no cancellation fee and free equipment. I mean, that to me is the best of all worlds. So thank you, Clay Fishman with MatchRate Plus. Thank you.
No, thank you, Christopher Herring, for being online with us tonight, taking time out of your schedule. I know you're busy. You're in high demand with your position, and it meant a lot when you called and said you'd like to share with the referral agents your experience as a customer. So I know on behalf of all of our referral agents online tonight, we greatly appreciate you joining us and sharing that experience as a customer. And it's exciting now that you're not only using the service, you're pleased with it, but you're actually referring customers as well now. So we thank you for that as well.
Thank you again.
No problem. Well, I think, you know, Christopher Herring did a great job talking about some of the benefits. And as you see here on the website, again, the theme for MatchRate Plus is we want to be very transparent, very straightforward with businesses. As Chris mentioned, businesses are approached frequently with credit card processing, and we wanted to make sure that when a business owner gives you time as a referral agent to look at the cashback merchant account program or consider what you're offering them, We wanted to be, again, very transparent and right up front with the benefits of the program. And if you'll just look closely here on the website, the benefits kind of speak for themselves. Number 1 and 2 here, most importantly, and I think if you were a business owner and you were processing credit card payments currently, right now, today at your place of business, if there was a way for you to get lower processing rates and fees than you're currently paying, plus receive cash back every month from your merchant account, something you're not receiving, would it be worth 5 minutes of your time to take a look at that? Would it be worth 5 minutes of your time to get what we call, and you can see here in the request section here in bright orange, to request a free savings and cashback analysis? As a business owner, we provide that. You as a referral agent can provide businesses the opportunity to receive a free savings and cashback analysis at no cost, no risk to them, no obligation, by simply having them provide their most recent merchant processing statement over to our account analyst team. And the nice part is, as a referral agent, our inside account analyst team will take care of all of that for you. You're going to simply go out and have businesses go to your website and fill out this form here and make the request. Or if the business owner has stated to you, hey, I'm busy, can you have the account analyst contact me for that free savings and cashback analysis? You can enter the business information on their behalf. So once that takes place and the request is submitted here, they'll be contacted by the North American Bank Card account analyst who will provide them that free savings and cashback analysis, showing them how much they'll save and how much they'll get back each month. Because you're probably asking, well, how much can they save or how much will they get back with a 25% monthly agent commission? That's going to be provided for them with that free analysis. You know, it's very unique. We take 25% of the agent commission, meaning if you look at the industry as a whole, all the merchant accounts out there right now are attached to a sales rep, and that's generating an agent commission or a residual commission to that agent every single month, and that's going exclusively to the agent. What we've done is we've not only gone out and offered those lower rates and processing fees, but we're sharing in that agent commission generated from the merchant account and putting it right back into the bank account of the business owner. So this is 2 key points you'll want to underscore here. And again, as a referral agent, you can see that it's not complicated. It doesn't take a lot of experience to say, would business owners want to receive lower rates and fees plus cash back, and would they be willing to spend 5 minutes to take a look and see how much they could get back, how much they could save with MatchRate Plus if we'll provide a no-risk, no-obligation, free cash back and savings analysis. We also have some what we call added incentives for business owners, or what I call helpful solutions for business owners, much needed. If they are in a contract, we have cancellation fee reimbursement assistance. We, in fact, will reimburse up to $295 to business owners to help them get out of a contract they may be in. That's keeping them locked into a higher rate program and they're wanting to get out of it. We can assist with that. We have all of the processing solutions that businesses are going to be looking for. We have terminal, wireless, POS, online solutions. We have gift card programs, gift and loyalty, that is. And we have, in my opinion, one of the best free processing equipment programs available. If they need new equipment, we can provide free equipment, or we can reprogram their existing equipment, as you see here. We also have a match rate guarantee. Business owners always, I think, want to have peace of mind that if they switch over to this program, if rates were to change in the industry, can we be flexible? And the answer is yes. If they ever receive a competitive rate quote after becoming a MatchRate Plus customer, and they feel that that rate quote may be better, they can fax that into us and we'll match that rate, hence our name, MatchRate Plus. So we have what we call our match rate guarantee. That ensures that they'll always have the most competitive rates available. 24-hour customer and technical support, what we call best in class from a Tier 1 provider. The good news is for your customers, they're going to have access to 24-hour customer technical support if they ever need to have a question answered, they have a concern about a deposit, they have a terminal issue they need assistance with, 24/7 customer technical support, and they will be speaking with a live person. And that's going to be through the company we've partnered with, our service provider, North American Bank Card, BBB accredited A+ rated service provider out of Michigan. They have over 125,000 satisfied customers. They process over $13 billion a year in payments. And there's just not a better service provider we could have picked or designated as our service provider. And the good news for you as a referral agent, you're going to be able to go out and offer business owners truly the most cost-effective and best merchant account program available in the industry. You see here the free EMV terminal now available. If you don't have any industry experience, that probably doesn't make much sense to you, but I will just let you know that's very exciting. EMV is going to be something of conversation, something of importance for business owners. And kind of in a nutshell, you can do more research on this after the webinar. Just simply Google EMV or go out to MasterCard's website, and you'll see MasterCard and Visa are putting in what's called security chips into the actual credit cards. And they're going to expect businesses to be able to accept those EMV chip-based cards. And Visa and MasterCard is so putting out the importance of this that they've stated that if businesses can't process EMV chip-based card types by October of 2015, non-fuel merchants that is, that they'll be liable for fraudulent transactions. Don't want to spend a lot of time on that tonight. We'll have a separate training video exclusively talking about EMV, but good news for you as a referral agent, you're going to be able to get out in front of that cutting-edge trend and provide that equipment for free. So to kind of summarize our cashback merchant account program, it's lower processing rates, it's cash back, it's free equipment, it's cancellation fee reimbursement, it's a match rate guarantee, and free equipment if needed. And all a business has to do is simply request a free savings and cashback analysis, and we can show them exactly how much they can save and start getting back from their merchant account each and every month. Right here on the website, you've got nice little customer testimonials of actual customers using the service, talking about their experience with the cashback merchant account program. I've also have online tonight a referral agent national training director out of Ohio, Mr. Greg Kerr. Greg, are you with us?
I'm here.
Greg, I'm going to be talking about the referral program here just momentarily and our compensation plan. But before we go into that, maybe your experience, maybe a little bit about yourself, why you became a referral agent, and what's been your experience when you're out talking to businesses? How are you talking to them? How are you getting businesses over to the North American Bank Card Account Analyst team for that savings and cashback analysis?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, I want to thank you for putting this unbelievable program together. I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. We're really looking forward to 2014 and really exploding MatchRate Plus. I know you're, from our conversations, you are as excited about this as we are. But I am a police officer. I've been a policeman for about 14 years. Recognized that police work was not going to get me to the point where I want to be, and needed something to supplement that income, a plan B, if you will. And have done or looked at many other networking businesses, and had some success with some, and was introduced to this through another police officer that I work with closely, and just fell in love with the program that you offer. I love the fact that it's a win-win, and when I say win-win, you know, as in the economy that we're in, when you can make money by helping people save money or businesses save money, there's just no better plan, in my opinion. And so I took that to heart and started. Well, I got a little bit of information from my upline, as I would suggest that anyone and everyone do, and then I went out and started doing it. And I really implement this into my everyday life. I don't really go out and put on a suit and tie and go door to door and go prospect businesses, although I don't hesitate to tell people, hey, that's definitely an option if you'd like to do that. But I just implement it into my everyday life. So wherever I'm at, I look for an opportunity to talk to that business owner and give him a little bit of information, which simply, as you have done so eloquently, put it on a postcard. And I just simply ask them if they're getting cash back from their current merchant service provider. And when every single one of them tells me no, I pull out the postcard and say, would you like to, you know, take a look and see how you can do that? I do this on the side, and this is something that we're really helping a lot of businesses save money with. And for the most part, they are all extremely eager to take a look. I try to hit mom and pop shops. I kind of stay away from the big box stores and the chains and stuff like that. I don't really want to personally get into corporate type of stuff. I know it's long and drawn out, and it's a lot harder to do, and really doesn't pay you that much more than what a mom and pop shop would pay you. And they're much easier to tackle. And when you're walking in there, you're usually getting an owner or the person that can make that decision right there. And so, that's kind of what I do in order to expand my business on the customer side of it. Now, I also am building a team, and that's really my passion, is to build a team and help them to help their families and accomplish their goals and dreams. And I've got a guy on my team that we just put on maybe less than 40 days ago, and he's already hit his I think he's got over 5, 6 closed accounts within 35 days, and he is just doing a bang-up job. I spent a little time with him at the beginning, and he just got after it. And it's those type of people that I'm looking for. It's those type of people that really want to go make something happen for themselves. And truthfully, it is extremely easy to do that. You just have to find the right person. The system that you've put in place is so duplicatable, so easily replicated, that you can spend a very small amount of time with someone, get them started. As they're working through the process, you can answer a question here or there or whatever, or refer them to NAB, which I do on a regular basis. I just refer people to NAB and say, listen, if you need an answer to that question, go to the expert. We'll get the answers to the questions from the experts. You don't need to be the expert. We don't want you to be the expert. And it has been phenomenal. And again, I am really, really looking forward to 2014 and the things that we've got going here and building upon that tremendously. So thank you again, Clay, for all that you're doing for each one of us and our families, and really for helping putting this opportunity together for the businesses out there that we can then go and introduce this unbelievable product to.
Thank you, Greg. Again, I know all of our referral agents appreciate you taking time out of your schedule tonight on this training webinar to share your experience and what you and some of your team members have been able to do right out of the gates in terms of referring accounts. It's very impressive, and we congratulate you on your success, and we appreciate your time tonight on the training webinar.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And I believe, Greg, you segued perfectly into the next piece of information we want to talk about tonight, and that's our referral program. We're very excited about the fact that we have a referral program that is enabling all of our referral agents to simply refer accounts to our analyst team, businesses that are interested in receiving a free savings and cashback analysis and utilizing our cashback merchant account program to process their credit card payments. And we put together an equally, we feel, exciting compensation plan for referral agents. If you're looking to earn maybe a little extra money, we feel we have a compensation plan here to help you accomplish that. If you're somebody looking to generate an extra $300, $500, $1,000 a month. If you're somebody looking to elevate your monthly income, you're looking for a more serious monthly income, perhaps one to replace your current full-time income or offset your retirement income, we have that opportunity as well with our business development program, which we cover on separate trainings. But just to cover the basics, we try to make our pay plan very straightforward. So after tonight's webinar, I hope that you will find this program is so easy that you would say, I know how to get customers tomorrow, and I understand the compensation plan and how it works. And literally, every business that you refer over to our account analyst team that switches their merchant account to MatchRate Plus and what we call activates, which means they've switched to our service and they've processed out $300 in total credit card payments, you will earn a $150 activation bonus per account. But what's even more exciting is we have what's called activation bonuses plus residual income. I think we all would love the idea if we had started in something 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Imagine if you had started referring accounts 10 years ago. The good news is every time that you're referring accounts now and they switch to MatchRate Plus, not only are you getting an activated bonus of $150, but you're going to get an ongoing residual-based revenue stream as well that will come into you month in, month out for the life of the account. When you first get started, you'll earn anywhere from 5% to 17.5% in monthly residuals. In your agent portal, we explain that in detail how that works for you. But you've got an opportunity, we call it pay grade dependent, and it's basically going to be dependent upon your success. The more accounts you're referring, the more you make with MatchRate Plus. It's literally that simple. So as you can see, if you went out and let's say you set a goal to refer 2 accounts a week, that's $300 extra a week. And that's simply, think of all the businesses in your community that you frequent or you know, or people you may know right now that process credit card payments. You can simply refer them over, and if they switch their merchant account to MatchRate Plus and they activate, you'll receive $150 plus the ongoing monthly residual for the life of the account. So again, set your financial goals, determine how many accounts you want to refer on a monthly basis, and you can kind of work from there and help you achieve whatever financial goals you're looking to pull from MatchRate Plus. I also want to point out down here we have the 20% in monthly team bonuses. It's very simple. Do you know other people that might be interested in being a referral agent that are looking to make extra money? Or who do you know that would be great as a MatchRate Plus referral agent? People that are connected with businesses, people maybe in B2B sales already talking to business owners on a daily basis. You can simply have them come out to your website, matchrateplus.com/your promo code, evaluate the program, and simply click on this button. That's it. Once they click here, they'll become a referral agent. That'll be linked to you. And now you'll get what's called the 20% team bonus, meaning for every referral agent you refer to MatchRate Plus, we're going to pay you 20% of what they earn in the $150 activation bonuses and 5 to 17.5% monthly residuals. What does that mean? If they refer an account, they made $150, you got a 20% bonus on that, or $30 deposited in your bank account. If they've earned a 5% or 17.5% residual, you're going to get 20% of that residual month in, month out. So it's, again, no risk, no obligation. If you know people that are looking to make extra money, you can refer them to MatchRate Plus, and you'll get a 20% bonus for each person you refer. With that said, there's very few people that are out referring more agents, referral agents that are faster than Mr. Dan Clementi. If you haven't met Dan yet, he is Mr. Excitement. I would have to imagine people in your community are not safe from the excitement of you and MatchRate Plus. Dan, are you with us?
Yes, I am, Clay.
Dan, if you would, maybe a little bit about yourself and maybe share maybe any thoughts, suggestions. You're a national training director with MatchRate Plus. You've just done tremendous right from start. You've generated a significant account and referral agent activity. Is there anything you would like to share with people online tonight, perhaps our new referral agents, more specifically when they get started with MatchRate Plus, to maybe emulate the success you've had out of the gates? But a little bit about yourself, Dan, and anything you want to share with our guests online tonight.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me, Clay, and welcome everybody. I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and I'm just so happy to be on this call with everybody tonight. But like Greg said, I'm a police officer also, and I always say you don't have to be a police officer to do this business. But I've been a policeman 20 years, and like Greg, I knew I needed to create a secondary income, a multiple stream of income, because making a police officer's salary just doesn't cut it when you have a family of 6 and you're looking to retire. So I've been involved with traditional and non-traditional businesses about 10, 15 years and absolutely love it. And what I loved about MatchRate Plus when I first saw it was simply that everybody could do this business. You know, if you've been involved with networking business before, you know, the number one objection you always hear is, I don't have the money, or it's too much. Well, you know, Clay Fishman took that rejection out because it's free. Everybody, if they have a little bit of initiative, a little bit of incentive, can do this business and be successful. So it's I say it all the time, it's not a very easy business, but it's simple. It's simple that everybody could do. Everybody can take advantage of it, and it's there. And when I go out and I start talking to new referral agents, I look for a couple of different things. I got to make sure that they're entrepreneurial, that they have a business background, or they're at least interested in some business. 2, they got to be money motivated. I mean, they got to want to make some extra money. They have to be a desire to make some extra money. And 3, they got to be personable. I call them secret agents. If you speak to somebody and they can't carry a conversation on with you, they may not be the person that you want to get into the business. I'm not saying they can't do it, but they got to be able to carry a conversation on with people, and they got to be able to go into businesses and talk to other referral agents, take advantage of this program. It's that simple. So when I get an agent, a new referral agent, I invite them to go to that back office and start just browsing that back office and become familiar with that back office, because that's our lifeline. That's what we need. We need to see those training videos, these webinars. We need to plug into the system. They immediately need to plug into the system. And I tell everybody, I'll tell you on the phone tonight, you cannot, if you want to build a referral agent team, you cannot do it yourself. You've got to rely on third-party tools. And what I mean by that is the webinar tonight, the back office, your upline, third-party, 3-way phone calls. You got to call your upline. You got to plug in. You can't sell it. Like, people know me as a police officer, and all of a sudden I'm going to flip the switch and I'm going to become a merchant services expert. I don't have any credibility in that field. But if you refer someone to me tomorrow, they don't know me as a police officer. They know me as a referral agent for MatchRate Plus. I have all the credibility. I'm a national training director. That's what works. Rely on your upline, plug into the system, get on these phone calls. Because when you see the second half of this compensation, you're going to want to become a national training director. You are going to become a Tier 4 agent, because it is phenomenal. I mean, you're only seeing a little bit of it right now, but when you see the back end of it, look out. It's exciting. I get so excited all the time when I talk about it. I start talking fast, talking with my hands, because it is amazing. He's put together a program that provides 2 things, a benefit to the agent and a benefit to the merchant. They're going to save money. We talked about that earlier. But talking about the money, get out there, get busy, speak to some other referral agents, people that want to get involved. The qualifications aren't that difficult. Get 5 merchant accounts. Get 5 referral agents, they get 5 merchant accounts. There you have it. You qualify. It's that simple. Get out there, get busy, and have fun. I don't want a second job. I already have a job. I want to have fun, meet a lot of people, and build a business with them. So with that being said, Clay, I'll turn this phone call back over to you, and thank you, and thank everybody on the call. Let's have fun, and let's look forward to a great 2014.
Thank you, Dan. Again, another guest speaker joining us tonight. I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your schedule. I know you're extremely busy with everything on your plate, and I know all of our referral agents appreciate you being online tonight as well, and I think your enthusiasm is outweighing the weather that you're experiencing there in your neck of the woods.
Well, I think about that, I can get depressed. Believe me, it's pretty horrible here in Cleveland, Ohio tonight. So, but that being said, it's always sunny in Naples, Florida with MatchRate Plus.
That's true, and the good news is, for those of you online on this training webinar, you can refer accounts nationwide. You can also build your agent team nationwide. So, Dan, I would encourage you to start building down here in Naples, unless you enjoy that 12 inches of snow that you guys have coming in there.
I hear you. No, I don't. Thank you.
Thank you. And let's continue on with the training tonight. I want to talk about the agent portal. Dan mentioned the back office. Dan mentioned the second back half of the compensation plan, but we also have some other guest speakers that I'm going to bring on here momentarily. And I just want to show you another great part of MatchRate Plus as a referral agent. Not only are you offering a cashback merchant account program, not only able to go out and offer a no cost to start referral program, but we also provide you a free agent portal to access tools and resources and manage your business. And if you haven't had a chance yet to log in, I would encourage you to do so. I just want to touch on some of the important features here, and that is number 1, and most importantly, is your promo code. You're going to want to know that, memorize that. That's what you're going to be using to receive credit for all your referrals, both customers and referral agents. You're going to have your own website URL, and that's going to be matchrateplus.com/your promo code. It's literally that simple. And that website we just covered on the webinar this evening, you've got that website for you to use for marketing as well. You could actually, if you log in your agent portal and you know people that you think would be referral agents or great at it, you could literally just copy and paste this link, send them an email, and have them check it out. So take a look at that cashback merchant account program and free referral program opportunity. This will also provide you access to track all of the referred leads that you send over businesses. You'll be able to track the progress. You'll be able to see all your referred agents. You're going to have access to the online training webinar schedule, just to click on that. We'll have webinars like the one you're on tonight. We'll have those every other Thursday. We'll be posting the new recorded webinars here over the next several days as well. You'll have access to that as we post those out. Marketing materials. You heard Greg mention earlier tonight about brochures, and you've got access to brochures and everything you need here. We have set up a site also with Vistaprint. That's the high-quality brochures. If you were somebody like myself and somebody of our agents, you want to have high-quality professional materials to show to business owners and make sure that you're not going to under-present yourself to businesses, and you'll have access to that here. And we also have PDF versions as well. They're great for emailing to some of your contacts that you may have. I will just go back here to the home page. Very exciting here. We have a referral agent contest that we just announced, and you can click on that right there to get all the details. And I'm going to just do that just to show you. If you're somebody that's very competitive, you're somebody that wants to be a top producer, you're going to want to compete like our national training directors and our business development bonus qualified referral agents do. And if you refer the most new merchant account customers from January 1st through March 31st, you're going to win a $3,500 cash bonus. And we've got all the details here. I would encourage you to take a look at that. But if you're looking to put an extra $3,500 in your pocket, I would tell you it's a great bonus, but I hope that you're a competitive sport type person, because you're going to be going up against people like Sean Chan, Jim Ryan, Scott Stroh-Snyder, Jim Ryan Sr., people that are very, very good at referring accounts. So I would encourage you to compete. We also have some other information here that you can review. Won't spend a lot of time on this, but I will tell you the top achievers. We have individuals that are they're performing above and beyond. And since we started MatchRate Plus, we've now proposed the top achievers. And these people are truly the type of people you would want to have as a mentor. You would want to hear what they're doing. And we're fortunate enough tonight to have two of the individuals over here on the account referral side. They are what I would call masters at referring business accounts. And one of those is Dr. Scott Stroh-Snyder. Scott, are you with us?
Clay, I am. Good evening.
Scott, thanks for being online tonight. I know you're busy with your veterinary practice. You got a house full of kids, marriage. Your schedule is probably as busy as anybody I know personally, and you have somehow managed to be one of the top 5 all-time referrals when it comes to customers in MatchRate Plus. Is there anything that you want to share with our referral agents online? How have you integrated this program into your busy life to be able to generate the quality residual income that you've been able to generate? But how have you been able to manage that?
Hey, Clay, I'd just like to say Happy New Year to all the agents and the newcomers to MatchRate Plus on the call tonight. To lead into your question, it has really been a neat process, almost a bit of a hobby for my wife and I, the MatchRate Plus business model. It works into our lifestyle. Like you had said before, it's a free-to-enroll program, and we have a support system on the back end, North American Bank Card, that really does all of the hard work for us. If I can market a lead or I can get a business owner to North American Bank Card, you know, everything's basically closed for me. The nice part about what I do as a professional, I've been able to lead into a lot of networks and a lot of professional people that are business owners that are like, hey, what was that program you were talking to me about? You know, I've been fortunate enough that some of these guys have come back to me 6 to 8 months later after I've spoke to them, because they're, you know, they become a little bit disgusted 6 months, a year, 2 years later on their merchant accounts. Overall, you know, for a busy person like for my wife and I, it really works in for the simple fact that the support that we have behind it. I've got Jim Ryan up north. I can have him help me out with some leads. I've got Patrick on the other end at North American Bank Card. The process is very simple because of the work ethic of what North American Bank Card provides you. And that, for us, there's no way that I could do what I've done without what these guys have provided for us. I think Dan Clemente has put it best off. You know, don't be afraid to go out and talk to some of these people about this, because you want them to hear it from you before they hear it from somebody else. It's getting a good national exposure now, and I'm going to tell you, Clay, and I think we spoke about this before. You're going to see some global marketability go on here in the next, 18 months, and that's when it gets really exciting. So, hey, thanks for having me on the call. Look forward to talking to some of you out there via text, phone call, or email. I wish everybody a great new year.
Thank you, Scott, for being online. And it sounds like you're in the Ohio weather, so I'm sure your veterinary business is not going to be so fun if you get those calls to go outside your home.
No, it was a MatchRate Plus Christmas here, buddy. It's been a little slow the last 45 days.
There you go. Well, Scott, thanks again for taking time out of your schedule. Say hello to your family, your kids, on behalf of all the referral agents. It means a lot to have you online. And again, we know you're busy, but it's just been tremendous to see the success, the quality of income you've built, the residuals getting paid on literally thousands of payment transactions a day. It's quite incredible. So congratulations on your success, and again, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Clay. Talk to you next week.
Excellent. Well, you've heard several referral agents tonight touch on the support, the tracking, everything handled for you. This agent portal for free, you're going to want to spend time, review each of the buttons, one being ACH information. Commissions, we pay those monthly, and we look at all account activity in one calendar month. We pay that on the 15th of the following month. You're going to want to put your information in there where you want your money deposited. It's nice. It's electronic. It goes right into your bank account, and all that's taken care of for you. You also have access to a little bit more detailed compensation plan explanation also. If you're looking to get some more information here, you can read through that. The business development program, that's what you heard Dan Clemente allude to earlier. You're going to want to, if you're looking to earn more than just a little extra income in MatchRate Plus, you're going to want to qualify for that business development program. Contact us if you do have questions. I will just point out it's very simple. As a referral agent, please utilize our online ticket support system. That's the most effective way for us to communicate with you and for you to communicate with us. It's a very efficient method, so we appreciate everybody utilizing that. And if you have any existing customers, there's the North American Bank Card customer and technical support line for customers using the service. So very simple back office system. With that, I want to bring on our last guest speaker, Mr. Jim Ryan, Jr. Jim Ryan, are you with us?
Hi, I'm Clay.
Jim, maybe as we close out this webinar tonight, you're the last guest speaker. Maybe a little bit about your story. Why did you get started with MatchRate Plus, and anything else that you might want to share with referral agents on this training webinar this evening?
Sure, Clay. Thanks for having me, and Happy New Year and exciting times in MatchRate Plus. And boy, I tell you, just you meet so many good people through our company. Scott Strohsteiner and boy, Dan Clemente, what a great guy to have on your team, and it's just a joy to watch, those guys in Cleveland. Him and Greg Kerr just crushed this. And as you know, we speak quite often, and excitement that's coming out of the Ryan's here in Ohio, Jim Sr., my son, and MatchRate Plus is going to allow us to build a substantial income to take care of our families. And you've heard me say this before, Clay. I've been able to build nice income in 2 years that it probably would have took me 30 years to do working for a company. And my goals are very high in 2014, as you know. And I think it's important for everyone to know, whether you're looking to make a car payment, some extra cash, full-time, the key is that you have to stay active in the MatchRate Plus business to be able to do that. And I have a lot of plans that I'm setting forth, working with a select group of agents. We'll be starting our calls tomorrow, Clay. And I treat this as my own business, which it is. You've invested a lot in every referral agent. And I look at it as if I invested my own money into MatchRate Plus. And when you invest to a business, you work it hard. And that's what I do, and that's why I've been able to be successful in our business. I believe we got everything in place. Our retail offer to our merchants. Our compensation plan is just phenomenal. And I enjoy the MatchRate Plus business. It's something I think a lot of the other guest speakers tonight spoke about. Have fun, and I'm able to do that every day with MatchRate Plus. So, moving forward in 2014, Clay, I see a huge growth, explosion. Tell everybody, stay active, keep your mind in the right place, set some goals, and go out and work it. It's there. And then come opportunities there, as I mentioned. So thank you for putting all this together, Clay. And I look forward to continue to grow this company, and look forward to working with a lot of new agents, a lot of our referral agents that are already on board. Best of luck to each and every one of you, and let's go out and crush this in 2014.
Excellent. And Jim Ryan, Jr., thank you so much for being online tonight. Again, taking time out of your schedule on tonight's training webinar. Again, all of our referral agents appreciate all of our guest speakers this evening, and you're somebody that we get tremendous thank yous for through our customer support department. So, Jim, I just want you to know that what you do on these webinars, sharing your story, your information, and I know what you're doing offline these webinars, fielding emails and calls and sharing your experience is greatly appreciated by all in MatchRate Plus. So thanks for all that you do, Jim.
No, thank you, Clay.
Excellent. And we'll be closing out this webinar this evening here. I will just point out one other small thing, NAB Corporate Tour. We will be hosting another corporate tour this year, and we'll be announcing that in the next month. And if you didn't have a chance, you can click here on that link and see some of the pictures. We had a great group of referral agents attend, and you'll actually see some of the guest speakers that were online tonight. You'll see some of the NAB team. They have an amazing facility out there, support structure. It's really been tremendous for us at MatchRate Plus, both corporately and for referral agents, to be able to get involved in the electronic payment space, one that's considered highly competitive and one that's considered highly complex. And our business model has kind of changed that whole, I call it, challenge aspect of electronic payments, because now you, as a referral agent, can go out and offer the best merchant account program available with lower rates, lower fees, aligned with one of the top processors in the country, and provide cash back from their merchant account. You also have the opportunity to market one of the best home-based opportunities out there with our referral program, one that has no startup cost. It's zero risk for somebody to become a referral agent, one that has free support tools with the agent portal, training, everything available, that allows people to do what we know is most important. If you're a business owner, we know that you're looking to save money. That helps your business. If you're somebody looking to make money, we know your preference would be to not have to put a lot of money out of pocket up front, but be in a position where when you start bringing in some revenue, you're in the profit zone out of the gate. So again, we want to thank everybody tonight for joining us on this referral agent webinar. We hope that you found this information extremely helpful. I would encourage you at this time to log into your agent portal by clicking the agent login button on the MatchRatePlus.com website. Review the information, familiarize yourself with the Cashback Merchant Account Program key points we talked about. Start thinking of business owners you know and can contact. Start thinking of people you may know that would be great referral agents and contacting them, and share this information. And with that being said, welcome to 2014. We look forward to a fantastic year, and we appreciate everybody online with us tonight, and we appreciate our guest speakers joining us, and we hope that you again found this online training webinar extremely helpful. With that, everybody have a great evening, and I've enjoyed being your host, and I look forward to our next webinar, and I look forward to talking with so many of you throughout the next couple of weeks as we continue to provide this incredible service to business owners all across the country, our Cashback Merchant Account Program. We're truly passionate about helping businesses save money and start getting money back from their merchant account. So again, everybody have a great evening, and we'll see you on the next webinar.